Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
This is the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. We are back to talk about Batman Beyond. This time it's episodes 6 through 10 of season 3. We're almost done, guys. One more episode after this, and we're done with Batman Beyond until we get into another movie. But before we get into that, let me bring on my guest here. My first guest, he's been betrayed. It's Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today?
It's true, and I know who did it, and I'm coming for him.
Any hints?
It's Skyler.
Oh man, this Skyler, if you're listening to us, a long time guest on this show, he has not been showing up. I just
Never
hope
again.
Yeah,
calling him out.
I have to, sir, Skyler, if you're listening to us, you gotta reach out to us. You gotta help us because we don't know where you are. Other than that, I have my other guest here. My last guest, it looks like the Justice League doesn't like him. It's Anthony.
Whoa.
Anthony, today.
The Justice League doesn't like me? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Oh
Yeah,
my god. I guess that puts me in good company in terms of who else they don't like at first. So I will take it for now. That being said, it's a little hurtful. I didn't do anything to those people. Not my fault. They're all mean.
No, when you see a group of people just hating on you, it's not a good thing to see. But let's get into these episodes. Let's start off with episode 6. It is called Speak No Evil. Have you guys seen that movie? Speak
Nope.
No Evil? Oh, it was with James McAvoy. It's a remake of a Norwegian film, and it's crazy.
What's the Norwegian film called?
Speak No Evil.
Damn.
Yeah. And it came out 2022, and the American remake came out 2024. So
Wow, that's so
True.
interesting. Please tell me 5 more minutes worth of facts about this movie.
James gets a little obsessed, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah. Check out Obsessed, the movie. Let's get going here. A
That's
lone
not the name of
figure. Oh,
it's like called Obsessed. That's not the name of the movie, but go ahead.
yeah. Yes, I'm gonna go here. A lone figure travels through the alleyways of Gotham, and people are immediately panicked at his appearance. That sounds a little racist. But elsewhere, Terry, Dana, Max, and Howard. You guys remember Howard?
Yep. He had the robot girlfriend.
Yeah,
Big
this
time.
loser.
Well,
No, not big
they're-
time.
Yeah. Let me catch. I
Is that
need to watch
different guy?
out. It's a different guy. Well, these guys are walking up to the library while Howard wonders aloud why libraries are still in existence. Terry hears a scream in the distance. Taking the clue, Maxine tells Howard that she wants a beefy. Oh, that's what I meant. Beefy burger. I spelled it as BEE space FEE. I don't know why I did that.
A beefy burger.
beefy burger. How Howard argues with her, and Terry finally acts fed up and says he'll have to get one himself. Oh, guys, what's your opinion on libraries? Do we still need them?
Yeah, I would say we need them. I did find this little interaction funny because Dana's really hyping up libraries and physical media and how important there are. And then Terry's like, "Is a crime happening?" And she's like, "Oh, whatever. Who cares? It happens all the time." It's like she was really speaking for library activism, but doesn't care if a rape could be occurring right now.
Not at all. How would you say like everything's on the net? Do you agree with that, Daniel?
Daniel, do you agree?
Oh no, is Howard in the net? Is he here?
Maybe Daniel's trapped in a net. We'll have to come back to him.
We'll get back. Batman flies out to a group of frightened people, and they point out the lonesome figure, a gorilla. Batman walks up to him, trying to keep him calm with a soothing tone. However, the gorilla becomes a little more agitated and starts to walk away. Batman then jumps on the gorilla. This proves to be a mistake because the gorilla becomes more pissed off and hurls him off and runs through the streets. The gorilla makes its way to the train station and hitches a ride on a train. Batman tries to catch on the train with a grapple, but the gorilla knocks the rope off. When Batman tries to fly after the train, he discovers that it's too fast and the gorilla gets away. While Batman watches the gorilla escape, a couple of men run up calling out to Fingers. The men tell Batman that they're zoologists at Gotham University and that the gorilla was a test subject of theirs. During their test, Fingers went crazy and escaped. Batman tells them to have the police set up an ambush, but Fingers recognized the police and he escaped. Well, speaking on libraries, let's speak on this. What's your Anthony? At least I'll start with you. What's your thoughts on zoos? Do we need them?
Zoos I'm a bit more mixed on personally. I think there's too many horror stories about animals being kept in captivity. You go there and they're just reasonably sleeping and they look really lethargic at times.
No.
And then obviously like things like Blackfish really expose the horrible worlds of SeaWorld and things like that. So I mean animal sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Preservation, that kind of thing. Like you don't want to reserve a place like that could be fine. Obviously, most farms, not the the farms that you put cattle through and they make them into burgers. That's not a good farm. But like cartoony fake farms, those can be positive. And so I like those types of animal places. Zoos, I'm a little bit mixed on zoos. I won't lie.
Yeah, I think it depends on the zoo. Like most of the like big name zoos are good. It's like, they've got like proper conservation and like they're actually taking care of the animals and stuff. It's a lot of the like smaller sort of local ones where they're like, what if I had 500 tigers?
They don't have to worry about laws and rules because they can just have animals. Yeah, those are scary to me.
Oh, just like Tiger King.
That's who. Yep.
At least for me, I like a zoo, but show me something else. Maybe dinosaurs.
Okay.
We want to do like a Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah, like not like real dinosaurs, of course, because they.
So what you want is a museum?
Yeah, like a museum of like not a museum, but like I want
museum of like natural history or
that is New York. You know what? Okay, I'll go there. I'll go there again.
I mean, I'm sure that most major cities have a museum.
They do, but they don't have like dinosaurs, Daniel, since you escaped the net, what
I did. I did escape the net.
Yeah, what was my question?
It was about libraries. Daniel, what's your opinion on libraries?
Libraries are good. My only negative with libraries is that we shouldn't vote there.
Oh.
We should find other places to do voting, because it's always really funny when there's a bunch of like old, disgusting people lined up to vote for bad people, and then like in the next room over, there's just a bunch of kids trying to learn. And you're like, yeah, man, all right.
True.
I'm a big fan of libraries.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hardcovers. You don't see them out there.
On books?
Yeah. These are usually paperback.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
We
those
don't
are
have time
cheaper.
to dig into that.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll be fine.
Oh, hopefully. Later Batman tells Bruce about Fingers' escape into Gotham's Park. Bruce isn't too concerned since gorillas don't tend to attack unless they're provoked. Batman, however, is concerned because Fingers knew not to step on the third rail and got onto only the fast train leaving the station. This behavior leads him to believe that the gorilla is smarter than a normal gorilla. All right. I remember last time I said things about facts, or like, I forgot what I think it was cheetah facts, but I have some gorilla facts here.
Okay.
Gorillas have been recorded humming or singing while they eat. The dominant males tend to sing the loudest, signaling their posse when to stop eating.
Yeah, they've been known to like play instruments and tear up camps and be voiced by Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah, that's true. While working with an elephant, no less. They're very very supportive and like teamwork driven animals.
Gorillas love diversity.
I like it. The other one here is, in the wild, gorillas can live up to over 40 years old. Is that short or long?
Depends on who you ask.
Well, that's my facts there. Let's get into here. Bruce grants Batman permission to follow up on this suspicion, and Batman goes into Gotham's University. While in the zoology lab, he searches the cabinets and finds methanol. Is it gil?
He finds what?
No, he found.
He just goes in and finds the professor's meth stash.
No, okay. He found some ingredient or some.
That's what I would call it too. Right?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Well, it's a key ingredient to use for splicing. Just then, the zoologists return, arguing about their scam. Batman reveals himself and confronts them with the evidence. They explain that they were doing unsuccessful intelligence experiments on Fingers and were on the verge of losing their grant money. In desperation, they splice human DNA into Fingers, and this is what causes them to go crazy. The zoologists tell Batman that things are even worse than ever before. They've used enhanced DNA, and Fingers will only get smarter. This is pretty much like Planet of the Apes. Are you guys fans of that franchise?
I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard, but I did see that first James Franco one in theaters, so I remember the hype around that. And then obviously the next two were Matt Reeves films, so I guess that kind of ties into what we're talking about in a roundabout way.
A little bit. I'm a big Planet of the Apes guy. I love if you want to start.
No, you're thinking of Primate, which you gave 4 stars on Letterboxd.
No, okay. Okay, you know what, Daniel? I'll do this for you. Yeah. I'll rewatch Primate.
I'm not asking you to. In fact, I would like if no one did.
No, I'll rewatch Primate. No, because I was hyped for no reason. I'll do it for you. Okay. But I'm a big Planet of the Apes guy, and if you want to start from scratch, watch the original to the 70s, and they get a little bit crazy, a little weird, but it's my thing. I love it. I just like the story of it. And of course, the Matt Reeves ones are top notch. Excuse me. Okay, so morning comes. Newscast announces that the Gotham Zoo has just received an abandoned white leopard cub from the world-renowned animal conservation. James Van Dyel, as he says, Fingers sees the newscast and becomes very angry. He destroys the screen, then speaks his first words in English. He says, Van Dyel. Okay. Spoiler alert right now. For those who have not seen Bone Temple 28 years later, Anthony, it is the same thing as what's his name? Samson. He said
Samson.
Yeah, he said moon.
The moon. Yeah, I guess he did learn to speak. That is true. He'll talk a lot more. But yeah, I guess you're right. He did get smart again.
Oh man, who would win in a fight, Samson or this gorilla?
Gorilla.
I don't know. Samson doesn't have pants on either, so it could go either way. You see this gorilla Fingers, his butt was out the whole episode. He's climbing and such. You see those cheeks, and it was. I'm just saying it was there, so it could be an even fight. I don't know.
I'll put my money on Fingers. Maybe Samson is a little slow. Oh, he's spoiler. He's getting a little human, but
it's cured now. Yes, that's different.
Yeah. Well, after nightfall, Fingers reemerges into the streets, and Batman is instantly after him. Fingers tries to invade Batman and climbs up a building under construction. Batman tries to sneak up on him using his stealth mode, but Fingers can smell him. Ooh. Fingers manages to disable Batman, but instead of killing him, he simply asks, "Why humans can't just leave me alone?" Batman insists that he's only trying to help Fingers, but he doesn't believe him. He believes Batman to be the same as the doctors and Van Dyel. They just want to put them in the cage. Batman just asks who the hell is Van Dyel, and Fingers tells his story. Years ago in Africa, when Fingers was just a baby, Van Dyel and several other poachers captured Fingers' mother in a net. They were separated, and Fingers never saw his mother again. This is the same backstory-ish, just like what's his name, Bloodsport, or not Bloodsport, not that Bloodsport guy. The episode's called Bloodsport. Dude? Yeah, the tracker guy. Is it kind of the same story here, where the poachers are messing things up, and I do want to say again, poachers are canceled in the BBW here. So
there was that one recently who got trampled by an elephant, and everyone unanimously was like, "Hell yeah, that's based."
Oh, when was this? Recently?
Yeah, it was like a month ago or something.
Oh damn. Well, he shouldn't have done that. Batman insists that not all humans are alike, and that if Fingers is telling the truth, Van Dyel is a poacher and will be arrested. Fingers is more concerned with discovering the whereabouts of his mother. Batman offers to have Van Dyel arrested if Fingers stays hidden. Fingers agree to wait, but only until dawn. So I guess this is now we know the full background of Fingers here. So this is our first introduction of Fingers, the gorilla. How do we like this silverback? I'll go with you, Daniel.
Yeah, it's a gorilla. He's doing gorilla things. 7 out of 10.
He's not your typical bad guy or good guy. He's just a guy who needs his vengeance.
Yeah, man.
Well, Anthony, how do you like his voice?
The gorilla voice?
Yeah.
It's good. No, I love this gorilla. He's got a sad backstory. I fully support whatever he's doing. I wish Batman would just leave him alone because it needs to be done.
Yeah, man. Well, Batman heads to I would say the WWF, the Wildlife Fund, way station. Van Dyel's supposed animal preserve. Batman remembers how his father took him there as a kid, and is disgusted to know that is really about poaching. In his stealth mode, Batman observes one of the Van Dyel's men removing a radio transmitter from a young animal, proving that it is in fact taken illegally from the wild. Unfortunately, Van Dyel's artificial eye is able to see Batman even when he's in the stealth mode, and knocks Batman out with a taser. Okay, now we have seen Vandal. This guy looks more like Kano than Kronos in the last week's episode.
Yeah, the second this guy shows up on screen with his weird little robot eye patch, you're like, so that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way it's gonna go for him.
Yeah, he's very one-dimensional, but we need to take him out. Meanwhile, Fingers grow impatient and hitches a ride on a police unit. He rides along until he reaches Gotham's studios and calls a taxi from here, believing Fingers was just an actor in costume. The taxi driver is unconcerned and takes him into the station. Okay. This scene, I was like, this taxi driver is high as hell. Well, Batman wakes up to find himself in the lion's cage, and the lions aren't happy to see him there. Fortunately, Fingers arrives and rescues Batman before the lions are able to do any serious harm. Frightened by Fingers' appearance, the poachers grab their gun and start firing at him. They ignore Batman, which proves to be a mistake as Batman manages to disable them. Vandal, however, is standing and prepares to shoot Batman, but Barbara shows up and confronts him with a poaching charges. Vandal claims that to be on the level and points out that there's no evidence against him. Yeah, right. However, Fingers comes out of hiding and confirms that Vandal is a poacher, dude. He explains what Vandal has been doing, but Vandal still denies it and tries to run away. Batman manages to stop him, but Vandal hits him with a taser. Don't tase me, bro. Enraged, Fingers attacks and demands to know where his mom is. Vandal claims not to know as he doesn't keep track of his sales. God damn. Hate this guy. Furious, Fingers starts to throttle him, but Batman points out that he's acting like the humans he hates. Refusing to be synced into Vandal's level, Fingers releases him and walks away. Did Fingers did the right thing?
Nah, I should have killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I stand by that.
There was a bit where Fingers is like that was my mom.
Yeah.
And Vandal's like, to me, it was just another gorilla. I don't know why you would say that in that situation. I don't know on what planet you think that's going to get you out of this.
Yeah, there's a freaking 600-pound gorilla in your face. You want to die. Well, later, Fingers is taken back to his homeland, and Bruce offers to remove the human DNA from his system. Fingers is like, nah, dude, as he wants to remember from the experience and knows that there will be more poachers and tends to protect the animals from them before leaving. Terry's worried because Fingers knows their secret identity, but seeing a kindred spirit, Bruce is like, don't worry about it. He's unconcerned. So that was episode 6 there. Is this a finger up or finger down? I'll go with you, Daniel.
I don't like the way you led into this question. I'll stick a finger up there. Yeah, why not? It's a good one. It's fun.
Yeah, it's
there's really not a ton to say about it. Like, I don't think it's like,
nothing deep,
a particularly amazing one, but it is just like, I don't know. There's nothing really wrong with it.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect story. What about you, Anthony? Do you want a pet gorilla?
Oh, yeah, I love gorillas. I think gorillas are great. I'm not really like a monkey guy, but I think apes are pretty cool. And I was happy that Fingers got to live at the end. This is one of those funny situations where obviously by the time this episode of a cartoon show was made, they didn't realize that by the time they get to Justice League, they would do stories with Gorilla Grodd and the Gorilla City. So it is a little funny that Batman's like, oh my goodness, a talking ape. And it's like, well, Batman's dealt with apes before. This is not new to him, but they don't know it's not new to him yet. But still, a good episode, so I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great story. I want to see more fingers later on in the show. Hopefully, we see them. I do have some interesting facts. I got two. This is the first time the Batmobile has been shown to have stealth capabilities. Capabilities.
Nope.
Has stealth mode.
Yep.
And the other one is the Gotham Studios logo is very similar to the Warner Brothers logo.
No
there you
way.
have it. Yeah, check it out.
Whoa.
Check it back.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get into a two-parter here. We haven't had any two-parters recently, but let's get into going here. It's an episode 7 called The Call, Part 1. In Metropolis, a new city, a commuter monorail loses control and starts speeding down the wrong track on a collision course with another. Is it Micron?
Micron.
Yeah,
Micron.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Micron boards the train and manages to uncouple the passengers' cars and evacuate the engineer to safety. However, as soon as Micron tries to exit the train, a force field pops over the door, making it impossible for him to escape. In the ensuing crash, Micron is badly wounded. Speaking of monorails, should we have a monorail in Texas?
In Texas, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be a fan of any kind of major form of locomotion, so I won't be opposed to that. I don't know if a monorail would help necessarily, but a train in
Monorail.
general, I'm for.
Monorail.
So the Simpsons has taught me monorails cannot
Yes.
be trusted, so I'm a little worried in that regard.
Did Conan O'Brien wrote that episode?
Yes,
Monorail
yes,
one?
he did.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, we have our first look at Micron. Thoughts on him? He is pretty much the DC's version of Ant-Man.
Well, he's just Atom Smasher.
He's the Atom. He's a
okay.
Batman Beyond version of the Atom. The fact that he's played like a black character almost makes it also feel like a reference to Goliath, the Marvel character. I think this is just like Batman. It's a futuristic take on a DC character, so he's got like the full face and everything. I kind of like his bug eyes; they look kind of neat. So yeah, I'm fine with Micron.
Daniel, do you hate Micron?
Yeah, what a loser. Gets blown up in a monorail? Couldn't be me.
You're right. But yeah, I like this Micron guy. He's pretty cool. In Gotham City, let's go back to Gotham City here. That was Metropolis. Let's get back to Gotham City here. Batman is chasing down Inque, who has stolen prototype battle pod. She catches sight of a nearby civilian and wraps herself around him to hold him hostage. However, the civilian spins at human speed. Not human speed, super.
A human speed. Not even like Olympian speed for like an ice skater. Just like how a human would spin, you know.
No.
Normal.
Let me rephrase that. The civilian spins at superhuman speed, splattering ink in all directions. I think she's dead. And revealing himself to be Superman, who is a bit older but still has strength of a Superman. Terry is awestruck. So guys, we're gonna have a lot of first introductions here. This is our first introduction of Superman in Gotham City. Thoughts on this older man of steel?
I like it. I think it makes sense to kind of show an aged up Superman. Obviously, Superman the animated series would have already been on at this point, so people would have been familiar. We get the theme song played a couple times in this episode as well as the next. We do see later that he's got like statues of Jor-El and whatnot, and we can see that their outfits look very similar to what he wears now, so it looks a bit more Kryptonian, which I guess is the idea. I think it does a good job of demonstrating that this is like an older, possibly wiser Superman.
Well,
I
don't know about wiser based on where this episode goes.
Well, yeah.
Daniel, are you still a big fan of Superman? I know you hate him.
Yeah, man. I don't know when I said that, but if I did, then yeah, man, I fucking hate that guy, I guess.
But what about this Superman?
He's pretty good. Silver Fox Superman, you love to see it.
Is that when do you get a Silver Fox hair? Is it like in your mid-50s or 40s?
It changes depending on people. You got to still have hair by the time it goes gray for it to become a thing. So, a lot of people don't get there at all.
My hair's graying right now, so I'll let you know in a couple years.
Oh,
Can I
no.
tell you, I've only found a couple, but they've all been like on my arms. And what the fuck is that about?
Oh, you heard of Silverback. Get ready for Daniel Silver Arms.
Oh man, you gotta get
the Man of Steel in a different way.
You gotta get that check.
I think so. I think it's probably okay.
I have one gray hair on the beard, but I have a brown hair on the other side, so I don't know what that means either.
Oh, my beard's all kinds of fucked. It's got so I'm Scotch Irish, so I have mostly brown hair, but there's some red hair in there and some blonde hair, and it's just always been like that.
Oh, you're not a ginger.
No, but I am Scotch Irish, so it gets in there. There's a little bit of paprika in the mix, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you gotta mix them up in the KitchenAid. Well, we got Superman in Gotham City. It's weird to see him here, but the two return to the Batcave, where Superman paused to look at Bruce's more familiar Batsuit in the display case before greeting his old friend since their last adventure. I don't know which time it takes place, but I know that you said it takes place at the same time as Superman Returns, right? So when kids are watching the show, are they getting confused if they're watching Batman Beyond and Superman Returns?
I don't think they're getting Superman. You keep saying Superman Returns. Superman the animated series.
Yes, Superman animated series.
I guess they'd be confused if they're watching Superman Returns at the same time. No, yeah, because I think that show did enough to establish the character. So I think I don't think that would be any kind of problem. We do have a different voice actor, obviously,
right.
in the cartoon Superman the animated series. It was Tim Daly. Here we have Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. So I mean, I think he works as an older Superman. I think the voice sounds good.
He's pretty good. Well, Bruce requests that they cut through the small talk and ask Superman the reason why he's visiting Gotham. Superman responds that he wants to offer Terry a membership in the JLU. Bruce ponders if Terry is supposed to be a replacement for Micron, but Superman says that Terry has earned a spot. He asks Bruce to prove of it as Terry's mentor, but Bruce feels that it's up to Terry. The two legendary heroes silently await Terry's decision. Terry is taken aback, but accepts Superman's invitation to visit the Watchtower. How do you like this interaction with Bruce and Clark here, Daniel?
It's pretty good, but it confuses me later.
Okay. I see. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. What about you?
It's
Anthony?
Like fine, like it's cute. He comes in and he's like looking at all the suits of the kids that Batman has failed and or slept with, or both, I guess. In that case,
I forgot about that.
They have like a cute little meet cute, but then we get to the end of the episode and you're like, what was that? What happened there?
Well, this Bruce is very curmudgeon. He's really pushed a lot of people away. That's the thing. Daniel's comment about sidekicks he slept with. We can't even refute that for this show in particular. We just watched an episode with Bruce looking at pictures of Barbara Gordon on the back computer. So yeah, no, we can't even deny that. Yeah, but this Bruce is very detached. He's very not emotionally there to the point where if he needs to make the call, he will. So we'll see that moving forward.
Absolutely. Terry's arrival is greeted with hostility from Big Barda and Warhawk as Superman decides to invite him without consulting his teammates. Terry receives a more civil but no less suspicious reception from Aqua Girl. Superman insists that his decision is final, and his teammates walk out, leaving Terry to think that this is a very bad idea. In private, however, Superman told Terry that he suspects one of the League members is trying to sabotage and kill the others. Superman reveals Micron's current state is as he is recovering in a stasis tank. Superman explains to Terry that Micron was taken down by a method of that only an insider would have know how to use. So, did Terry earn his right to be a part of the Justice League here?
We watched a whole show of him earning his right to be Batman. I don't see why he couldn't be on the Justice League.
I mean, again, a team is a big thing because you have to rely on each other. So okay, but we got the this is our first introduction of the Justice League and Batman Beyond. How do we like these maniacs? Not maniacs. How do we
Maniacs.
how do we like these C-level superheroes?
See, that's rude. That's rude, but maybe not super untrue. I mean, Bard is pretty big, but
Literally,
yeah. I don't know. I don't mind them. I guess I'm not like in love with any of them like you are with Aquagirl. But she's probably my favorite of them for sure. She's the one where I'm like, I would be most interested to see more stuff about her. Obviously, Big Bard has got all kinds of shit, so like I don't have to look for that to find it. But like Warhawk, I don't really care about. And this Green Lantern, I'm like, he's just like he's just like a guy, you know, like he really doesn't do anything for me. The way he's like meditating, I'm like, clearly he should be like a Blue Lantern or something.
Well, those didn't exist yet, to be fair, so you can't do that.
That's not my fault. I didn't make time happen.
Okay, I guess that's true. Yeah, no, I do like Aquagirl. I think this is a really good balance of it's the future, so we can't do any of like the actual big names. So let's try to do some things that almost suggest that they're their kids or some shape or form. You know, Big Barda is from Apocalypse, so like she probably can live a long time. That's excusable. It's like a Wonder Woman type without having to be Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I do like the addition of Kal-Rho, the Green Lantern, just because it's.
Oh, is he like a known guy,
fan,
or is he just from this?
He's just an original character from this. I think it's interesting just purely because Green Lanterns tend to be hot-headed, stubborn assholes. You know, watch the new trailer for Lanterns. You know that's true for Hal and John. But here, it's like I like the idea that the Guardians of the Universe found out what monks were, and they're like, "Wait a minute, these people seem way cooler than every other Earthling we've had to deal with." And so they gave it to a kid and called it a day. So I like that just because it's different than what I'm used to with the Green Lantern stuff.
Yeah, just like that show, the Shaolin Monks. I think it was on Nickelodeon.
You talking about Shaolin Showdown, my friend?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it's just like that, man.
He is like that. Oh yeah, I out of the bunch of here, the Green Lantern dude is, you know, looks like a little kid, but it's okay.
They should have grabbed some of the like nobodies from Kingdom Come that Superman has to come back and tell them why they suck.
Oh, sure.
So I do like Aquagirl. I was like, okay, I've seen this character before, but where have I seen her from? I do a little Google search. I was like, oh, right. Amber Heard played Aquagirl in both the Aquaman movies.
That's not correct.
Well, that's a different character.
Is it? Okay.
Entirely.
I looked. I searched it and it just has her face on there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's Aquagirl. What's her name?
That's Mira.
Oh.
I don't know why we thought he would react to that with any kind of reverence or knowledge. Like we just said a fictional person's name. I guess that's fair.
She's the DC Universe's Katara. Does that do anything for you?
Katara, that's well, a little bit. What I do know is we need. I said this on the chat. We need a live action Aquagirl movie. We have Supergirl.
Yeah, you
Oh,
said
not
that,
Aquagirl.
and then immediately afterwards you posted, "Where can I find Rule 34 of Aquagirl?"
I didn't do that. I just posted a picture of her.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything.
And how many clothes was she wearing?
Just
one, and it wasn't the one you would think.
Oh, okay. Well, Supergirl's gonna come out in June, so maybe she'll be a part of that movie. You never know. Anything can happen.
Feels like that would be a weird first Atlantean to throw in there. I guess I don't know for sure that she's Atlantean.
There's like a little thing that comes up. Batman's on the computer, and like we see she's connected to Aquaman in some shape or form.
Oh, okay.
So whether that's his daughter or what, we don't know really.
Cousin.
Maybe cousin. Like Supergirl, yeah.
Yeah. They should call themselves the Super Cousins.
All right,
sequel.
let's move on.
All right. Once Aquagirl leaves, Terry watches her entering the tank through the security cameras. Oh yeah, that's his job, by the way. He's not being a creep.
Well,
along with the rest of the league and other parts of the tower, as he sees, Big Barda and Warhawk are practicing in a training room, while Kaoro meditates in a quiet garden sanctuary. Terry contacts Bruce, revealing he can't imagine how any of them could be traitors on Peacock. However, having been betrayed himself, Bruce tells Terry to continue to work as the answers are there somewhere. Having looked away during the convo, Batman turns back and sees the camera focus on Aquagirl. Aquagirl has gone blank, rushes down and sees her in trouble. Terry discovers the tank to be malfunctioning and is beginning to oversweat. The door refuses to respond to the controls. All right, so I think we always get Terry McGinnis into affairs, at least in this show. Maybe he would fall in love with Aquagirl. Who knows? Terry's initial attempts to break down the door fail. He rushes to the training room, seizes Bardo's mega rod from her hand, and then runs back and it's a big rod. Dennis Rodman from her hand, then runs back and the big worm. He blasts the door open, flooding the chamber with water and rescuing Aquagirl. While alive, Marina has been injured. Also, that is her name.
Marina is not the same as Mira.
Oh, you're right. Almost. It had an M. Had an M.
Sure, this character's named David. That's like you, Daniel.
Wow. Starbucks thinks so.
There we go. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Barda demands an explanation from Batman, but Aquagirl defends him, revealing the tank malfunction. Warhawk asks why he didn't call them through the intercoms. Terry can only admit that he didn't think of it, while Barda cuts him off. She takes Aquagirl and scolds Batman for acting without the others and leaves with Warhawk. Superman and Terry investigate the tank control panel, finding it to be sabotaged. Superman confirms his suspicion there is a traitor among the group. So which title is better, at least for this episode? Instead of The Call, should it be called Among Us Justice League Edition or Knives Out Justice League?
I like The Call. Out of the options presented to me, I'm going to go with The Call.
Okay. I love Daniel Craig. I'll go with Knives Out. What about you, Daniel? Do you like Among Us, the movie with the Justice League?
Sure. Yeah, man. I'll take Among Us just so we can spread it out and get no good answer.
All right.
Just so that no one wins.
Well, in the comments below, please tell us which title do you like. Later, Terry does a flyby patrol of Metropolis, while at the same time telling his feelings to Bruce, revealing that he's been treated. Just then, a distress call comes saying that a large portion of the city is threatened by a series of explosions. The League, including Batman, helps and saves civilians and minimizes the damage. Batman is accompanied Warhawk, who apparently receives another distress call on the JLU frequency. Batman is confused, says that he is not receiving anything. Warhawk dismisses this and tells Batman to stay behind. While he flies up to meet the threat, an oncoming ballistic missile is coming by while calling him an amateur. Batman ignores him and follows along in the Batmobile. Warhawk seals his armor and clamps onto the missile, pushing it off course. Batman. Terry's like as we always mention that he's Spider-Man in the DCU, but he's, at least in this episode, it's like when Spider-Man is with the X-Men or the Fantastic Four. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Batman congratulates him when suddenly the missile explodes. Kaboom! Taking Warhawk with it and embedding his helmet in the windshield of the Batmobile. The explosion of the missile causes the Batmobile to crash down to the city, where Batman retrieves Warhawk's helmet. Oh man, he's dead. The rest of the team arrives and are devastated over Warhawk's death. Berta demands to know what happened, and Batman begins to explain, revealing how they would follow a distress call, but the rest of the team revealed that they didn't get a signal. Batman further reveals that only Warhawk got the message, but Big Berta, doesn't believe him. Superman arrives and tells Berta to back off on the accusation, telling everyone that once they find out who set the bombs, they will be closer to finding Warhawk's killer. This is usually when it comes to team ups, there's not a lot of like traitor episodes, right? Like they are all like accusing each other of who's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think this episode is doing it well so far. I will say the shot of the thing exploding and his helmet immediately shooting into his windshield, I thought that was so cool. Just the way it was done, like I thought that was like such a neat way to convey that moment happening. So yeah, I thought that was neat.
Dude is dead.
I just went like, well, that's a series wrap on Warhawk. It was nice seeing you. Nice for stopping by.
Cool helmet. Sell on eBay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take this helmet of my friend who just died. Just get that shit sold.
Gotta do it quick. In the Batcave, Bruce reveals the footage of the Batmobile's recorder, or a dash cam, I guess. Terry thinks that the missile must have been on some kind of timer, and Warhawk was unlucky. Bruce was like, no. Bruce applies a special analyzation, which shows the missile being hit by a beam just before it exploded. Bruce tracks the beam back into its source, Superman's heat vision. As unbelievable as it seems, that the traitor is Superman himself. Superman is a traitor. Are you guys disappointed in him?
It makes a lot of things pretty confusing to me personally about like why he came to get Batman in the first place and all of his following actions. But yeah, didn't see it coming for sure. So there's that.
Absolutely. This is literally the climax of this episode here. Of course, there's a lot of comic books, right? Or with Superman being bad, everyone likes that version of Superman. But I like what David Cornswell is doing right now. He's a great Superman.
Sure, Superman. There's other universes. There's evil clones, mind control, all sorts of stuff. But either way, in terms of ending an episode, it's an exciting way. It's like, oh my god, why did Superman do this? We're gonna have to find out. You want to tune in to find out why Superman exploded that guy. Why?
I don't know.
Exploded,
I met him, and I kind of get it.
Yeah. Warhawk is that type of dude where you see him in the club, and he's very big, and you're like, I'm not gonna mess with him.
him and Superman having a heated rivalry across the club.
Yeah. Terry prepares to go back to Metro Tower, determined to warn the others. But Bruce states he needs to do more. Bruce reveals a hidden vault behind the Bat costume display case and unlocks an ultra high-tech, high-security system, giving Terry his only resource. Inside a lead container lies a large silver of Kryptonian or Krypton. That's not Kryptonian.
Nope.
Krypton.
Nope. Still not.
Krypton.
Incorrect.
Kryptonite.
Missing an entire. There we go.
Thank you. Yes. Excuse me. Kryptonite. Bruce explains that Superman had gone rogue once before. Man of Steel. But even though Superman entrusted Bruce with a green mineral, Bruce hoped that he will never have to use it. While the radiation might prove fatal to Superman, Bruce orders Terry to do whatever is necessary to stop the Man of Steel. And Terry is like, all right, I'll accept this. Bruce was like, kill that bastard. I am sick of him. And it leaves off a great cliffhanger. Great for the kids there. They want to tune in more, as Anthony says. But let's get into the second part here. So the episode is called Episode 8, The Call, Part 2. Batman shows the footage of the rest of the Justice League. However, Berta, having known Superman the longest, refuses to believe it, instead inspecting Terry to fabricate it. The two quickly begin to argue, and Batman, finally having enough of Berta's attitude, says that they won't find out anything unless he stops being so pig-headed. Angered, Berta punches Batman in the face, but before she can do any further harm to him, Cairo, is it Cairo? Or is it like Cairo, Egypt?
Cairo. It's just the guy's name. What's he supposed to do? He's a child. Leave him alone.
He's a little baby.
He's
bald baby.
He looks like that kid that from that cartoon show with a C. Caillou. Yeah, it's Caillou here. But Cairo stops her and stops the traps with his ring. Or traps her with his ring. While Aquagirl tends to Batman, as she should, Berta demands to be released by Cairo, refuses until she calms down, dude. Brother. They hear a voice agreeing with Cairo. Warhawk reveals himself to be alive. Whoa! He's back! Warhawk! Are you happy, Daniel?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, if he's... Depending on what kind of Hawk people we're using in this universe, he might have just respawned in a couple years anyway. So it's, I mean...
True. Yeah, this is obviously major spoilers for this character. But eventually, in the Justice League cartoon, we see the Justice League travel to the future, where John Stewart meets this character, of which he confirms that, Warhawk is the son of John Stewart and Shira Hall. I don't know if Danagarians have like Viltrumite DNA, where their DNA just sort of overrides everything and kind of makes them how they want to be. Because if this guy in this cartoon is John Stewart's son, I'd be asking questions. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, but hear me out. If one of my parents had wings and I was not born with them, I'd be fucking pissed.
No, that's fine. I just feel like Melanie would be okay.
We're missing a little bit of pigmentation. We ran out of that colored pencil from when we drew Micron. We couldn't. We didn't have a second one. I don't know to tell you.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Well, Warhawk is alive. Have you guys been called pig-headed before?
No, it's not really a common insult, is it?
No.
We should bring it back. Anymore.
Bring it back. Everyone is overjoyed. Warhawk is alive, and when asked how he survived, he tells that he became suspicious when he received a distress signal from when Batman didn't, and thus was tackled. The missile was an empty suit of armor, remotely controlled. Warhawk also gained respect for Terry because of his refusal to stay behind. He believes he is suspicious of Superman. All right, Terry's getting props in the Justice League here. We like it. The team confronts Superman, caught in the act of tampering with Micron's stasis field. Superman becomes defensive and denies their accusations. Myrna steps forward to reassuringly touch his chest when they're shook. An alien eye pops a hole in the tunic, and Superman attacks. The others are no match for him, but Batman is about to use the kryptonite, but it hesitates, and the belt compartment is knocked off his hands. Man, I'll tell you right now, this Superman is not my Superman. It's a phony. Micron,
yeah,
is a big phony. He should call the phone. Micron, awakened from the stasis, seizes hold of Superman, which allows Batman to retrieve the kryptonite from a vent when it fell in. Superman breaks free and knocks Micron out, but is forced away from confronting Batman by Berta's Mega Rod and flies away. Micron is returned to his normal state while Warhawk is treated. And Cairo searches for any new news sightings on Superman, but finds nothing. Terry admits his hesitation to Bruce, because of Superman being one of the greatest heroes of all time. He's like the Hulk Hogan of superheroes.
Yeah, but this is the time where he said that thing he shouldn't have said.
What is that word, hey, Daniel? I gotcha.
It's a sting operation. Well, officer, you see, you said I should say it.
No, don't say it. Bruce notes that because of Superman's power, Terry now knows better. The others speculate that Superman has escaped to the Fortress of Solitude, dude. And although none of them know where it is, Terry knows that Bruce does. The team boom tubes to the fortress and finds Superman waiting. After a brief fight, Batman manages to disable him with the kryptonite. Pulling off his tunic, they see a starfish-like creature planted on his skin. Galactic travelers Cairo and Berta have never seen this one before, and Cairo doesn't know how they can separate an unknown alien from another alien being. Aqua Girl connects telepathically with it and learns its story. Before we get into the story here, what would you guys do first when you enter the Fortress of Solitude?
What would
I'd go to the zoo.
Yeah, I mean, what is there to do other than visit a zoo? I guess this is another zoo episode, back to back zoo stories.
Zuko. If you know what I mean.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So how far into Superman the Animated Series are we at this point? Like, did we already get to the episode where I assume that the zoo would have been made? Because doesn't that happen in the animated series?
I'm trying to figure out, because Superman came out before this show, so I think Superman might have wrapped up already. So like we would have been well into it.
That's good. Well, here's the story. Several centuries ago, the creature occupied an aquatic world, but was abducted from its home by the Preserver. The Preserver,
this creature who is just a starro.
Don't worry. I'll get to it. We'll get into it. We'll get into this creature here.
He's on screen. We know what he is.
For those who don't know, well, we'll get into it. The Preserver later kidnapped Superman, but Superman broke free and sent the Preserver into space into his death, having no way to return that the beings to their rightful worlds. Superman housed them in the Fortress of Solitude. Though it was still little more than a prisoner, now Starro had a plan. Starro decided to gain control of Superman since it witnessed the Kryptonian strength. Decades later, while Superman was freeing the star creature, it leaped into his face and controlled his mind. It has been controlling him for many, many years. So now, this is our first introduction of Starro. How do we like this Patrick Star? I'll go with you, Anthony.
I think it's cool to have Starro in the show. It's interesting, obviously, just because Starro in the comic books was the first big villain the Justice League fought as a team, and this is the first time we're seeing any kind of Justice League in the DC universe. It's a little funny because now in the timeline that makes Starro like one of the last villains they've ever fought. But either way, I think Starro is a fun sort of silly but scary villain, so I think it's cool to have in this episode.
Yeah, what about you, Daniel? Do you dig the Star?
Yes and no. I think, it's a cool callback to be like, hey, it's that guy, cool. The fact that he's been controlling Superman for several years raises a lot of questions. Like, where's Lois? How does she feel about this? What about Kara or any of his many friends from the animated series? What's the deal? They didn't at any point notice that he was a squid now? What happened? Where are we? It also, because it's around his chest, just makes me think of for the man who has everything bit, which obviously it's not the same thing at all, but just because there's a purple thing on his chest,
Right. Well,
yeah.
that story also gets adapted in Justice League, so we get both of them.
Absolutely. So I never knew about Starro until the James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and that was my first introduction to that character. So I actually want more of that in the upcoming DCU projects. Or maybe it was...
it might be tough. I don't know if they are considering that movie as being fully canon to that universe because everything is crazy and mixed up and hard to understand.
Yeah.
But he might have been eaten by rats. So.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I'm not sure. Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
He's part of the DCU, right?
Yep. That shows up in Superman.
The movie is pseudo canon. Its events have happened, but they're sort of like a memory. So certain details did not happen exactly, but it seems like more or less they did happen. Kind of.
Does he reference Project Starfish in Peacemaker Season 2? I feel like he does.
He referenced it in Season 1, which doesn't help with this conversation. I don't know about in Season 2, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a different podcast.
Absolutely. I'm just happy that it didn't...
Yeah, when are we doing the Peacemaker rewatch podcast with you? Because I would love to hear you have to describe some of the things that happened in that show.
Are they making a new season? If they're making a new season, we could do it.
It's not announced, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens eventually.
How about that? I'm putting it on my notes right now. We'll do the next season, or we'll rewatch the first season.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just glad that we didn't get the other Suicide Squad, the 2016 one, because I didn't want to see Batman beating up Will Smith in the alleyway in front of his kid.
Well, parts of that are probably canon too.
Oh, yeah, some of the characters. Well, never mind.
This is a side conversation and like maybe a waste of time for this podcast. But the fact that they had a watch-along podcast for Peacemaker Season 2 that had a section that was them talking about what is and is not canon, and every single episode, James Gunn, who is on the podcast, is the host of the podcast, was just like, I don't know, guys, what do you think is canon? I was like,
Oh.
It's open to
just
discussion.
don't have that. First of all, you're the guy who decides. I don't think Steve Agee is the fucking forewriter for DC right now. That's you, my guy. And also, it's like, why did you put this section in your podcast if you didn't have an answer?
I think you just want to have fun. That's Mr. Gunn's idea. Well, I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm sorry. The others ask why it was waited so long before trying to kill the rest of them. Aqua Girl opens a door to another chamber and sees hundreds, maybe thousands of the star creatures nesting in a underground pool. Under the creature's direction, Superman was breeding them. Oh my goodness. They are now enough of them to possess a large portion of the planet. Closer, several of the other creatures jump out of the pool and attach themselves to the other leaguers. Only Batman remains free, able to electrocute them off his batsuit. Superman is released, and the kryptonite. Oh man, I'm saying all three crypts. Shard into flung away. It's shard and flung away. This is not good. The others attack Batman, but he flees in the Batmobile, sent by Bruce as a precaution. Bruce can only suggest informing the military through Commissioner Barbara Gordon to ensure that the creatures don't escape. As their job would be to bomb the fortress, Terry turns the option down. Good. Starro and Superman starts to fight, while the others not to fight. They're chasing, while the others prepare to open an underwater door that will release the creatures into the ocean. Would you guys be mad if they bombed the Fortress of Solitude? It's supposed to be the Fortress of Solitude, not the other way around.
I just feel like it wouldn't kill the starfish. You know, they're in the water. So if the bombing opened any kind of crack, then you know what I mean? I just feel like it wouldn't work.
That's a good point. Yeah, it might just like level everything and kind of break up an entryway that they need. So yeah, that would be bad. Good thing they didn't do that.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry.
They also would have wiped out the entire like zoo of last of their kind creatures.
True.
Messed up. Don't do that. Starro catches up with the Batmobile and cuts off one side of the Superman's heat vision. Starro confronts Batman, offering him a chance to be one of us. One of us. Batman declines, man, luring Starro close enough to hit it with a grapple from the Batmobile that electrocutes the creature, disrupting its control and allowing Superman to pull it off his chest. Superman recovers, not remembering what he's been doing, of course, because Terry quickly fills him in and then flies back to the fortress. Superman attacks, freeing Warhawk, Berta, and Cairo from the spawn, while Batman dives into the pool to stop Aquagirl opening the door. But he's too late, dude. Superman starts tearing huge rocks free and dropping them down, saying that they have to block the exit to any cost, even if it means killing Batman and Aquagirl. The others ate him, of course. They succeed in blocking the entrance, knocking out Aquagirl, but Batman narrowly survives or saves both her and himself. Some Superman's heat vision stuns to the pawns attached to her for removal. The League collects all the creatures into the Lantern construct tank with Starro. Struggling away from the electrified grapple, being one of the last one, Berta, Warhawk, and are exterminating them. But Superman refuses, as it was never a choice to leave home. Aquagirl communicates with Starro and discovers the location of their homeland. She borrows Bardo's mother box and booms them to the coordinates, where Cairo drops them into the naive native Ocean. Do you guys feel bad about Starro and his race?
You know, funny enough, I'll bring this up because this ties
Mhm.
into current comic book lore. So in comic books, they had a big event called DCKO where a bunch of characters fought in this big tournament to fight
Yeah.
Darkseid.
including
in that
Hangman Adam
tournament,
Page.
Yeah, you think Kenny Omega would win, but because it was whoever won was crowned King Omega, but he didn't. But where was I going with this? Starro was in that tournament. There was a Starro. His name is Jarro. He's not part of the Starro collective. He has his own thoughts and feelings. His name is Jarro. Batman can vouch for him. And Aquaman was in that tournament. And so now, post the tournament, Jarro works for Aquaman. He hangs out with him to make sure that his shit can be done. And so they go to a place. They accidentally go to the planet where Starros are born. And Jarro is like, I gotta control Aquaman so I can I can commit genocide against my own people.
I
Oh
gotta
my
get rid
goodness.
of these dudes. These
Aquaman
people
is
suck,
like,
bro.
you can't do that, Jarro. And Jarro's like, I know these people. They're bad people. All they do is go around and stick to people's faces and control their minds. And so he's like, I'm just gonna wipe us all out just for the safety of the universe. And then Aquaman stops him because that would be a horrible thing to do, I guess. But my point being, the one good one of their species, his immediate thought was, I can kill these people. I'm going to do
We
it
gotta
right now.
Hey guys, I thought that they were gone. We gotta get rid of these dudes. Also, every time you said Jarro, I heard Jai-Ho like the song.
Oh, the Slumdog Millionaire song.
So I don't know what that is, but I thought you should know.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Well, I mean, maybe Dev Patel will be involved in the next.
He's
Star
good.
Wars
Yeah, he's gonna
I'm not
voice
sure.
Jarro in the DCU.
All right. There we go. All right. James Gunn, you heard it here.
Hashtag dev to DCU.
Is there a South Asian superhero he could play in the DCU?
Golly, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe Blue Beetle, but he has to be Hispanic.
That one's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different Brown.
He's already been
Yeah.
cast, unfortunately.
I don't know what they're gonna do with that character, but we'll see. Terry has now earned the heartfelt respect and gratitude of the other Justice Leaguers, who are eager for him to join. However, Terry can't overlook that the others almost sacrificed him and Aqua Girl. Berta reminds him that for joining a full time will be putting him. Joining full time will put him one up on the first Batman, who wasn't really a team player. That is very true. To them, to which Terry coolly replies that he maybe and Bruce have something in common after all. As Terry walks away to the Batmobile, Superman fondly comments that Terry has more than he thinks. Oh, he might be. Superman likes him.
The guy who does the Jai-Ho song has your same last name.
Yeah, it's A.R. Rahman. Yes,
That's crazy.
I
promise I was listening to whatever you were saying.
No, don't worry. That singer, he's been singing so many old Bollywood movies in the 90s and 2000s. He's a great guy. Great guy. But yeah, that was it at the end of the two-parter here. Anthony, was this a call up or a call down?
Such a weird way to phrase that. This is a call up for me. Yeah, I think that this two-parter does a lot of things right. I think it's a fun introduction to a Justice League. It's a fun way to give Terry something different to do, and it had a mystery in it, which, considering this is Batman, isn't always the case. I thought the animation was really good. There's still some instances where maybe it's just the versions that are on Max. Sometimes the colors look a little washed out. Like the first episode, A lot of the blacks look grays. A lot of the times the whites, like Batman's eyes, are like glowing green. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that.
A little bit.
So that's unfortunate, but still, I thought it was a strong story. I really do like both of these episodes. Thumbs up.
What about you, Daniel? Do you want to be called up?
No, I'm definitely better suited for NXT. But I did really like this two-parter for sure. There's definitely some aspects of like the writing of it that I'm not super in love with. I think you could have. I feel like you could have told the exact story and just left less open ends for people like me to pick at if you just didn't say the part where he's been possessed for multiple years and just let it be ambiguous to how long it's been going on for. But that really doesn't matter. It's just a thing that I got hung up on while watching it. So yeah, for sure, it's a thumbs up.
Yeah, 100%. I have to give this a huge thumbs up. The twist, the reveal was amazing, and I love twists. You guys know me for how many years? I'm a guy who loves twists.
You're always ordering those Cine Twistas from Taco Bell.
Oh, you're right. I did give it to you guys that one time. I remember, like at least 10 of them.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot in that Taco Bell bag. All right, yeah, that was it for that one. Great crossover. We will see more crossovers soon. Maybe we'll see. We'll find out. But let's get into episode 9. It is called Betrayal. Just outside Gotham City, an armored truck drives down the road and suddenly comes across a large fallen truck blocking the road. The guards decide to investigate in spite of suspiciousness that the accident is a trap. They soon discover that it is in fact a trap, and is inside waiting for them. Using his massive strength, he topples the armored truck and punches it his way in. The guards manage to send out a signal. However, it's picked up by Batman. Batman heads out to investigate, but Bruce advised him to stay out of it because of the former connection between Big Time and Terry. Or Big Time likes to call him Tiny Terry. Terry ignores Bruce's inhibitions and goes to deal with the crime. All right. Big Time was in last week's episode. Now he's back. Big Time is back. Is this your favorite villain, Anthony?
No.
Oh, Daniel.
Okay, Daniel answered for me.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, he's quite unfortunate to look at. This time he's voiced by Clancy Brown. Last time he was voiced by one of the Baldwin brothers, but now he's voiced by Clancy Brown. Listen, Bruce alludes to it at the end where it's like, this is the trope of like, oh, your friend is now someone you have to deal with. And so like you compare that to someone like a Harvey Dent, this is nowhere close, unfortunately. He's fine, but no, he's not my favorite.
You got the half burnt face, and you have Big Time's big head. There's some similarities to Harvey Dent, Two-Face.
Yeah.
What about you, Daniel? Do you? Oh yeah,
I preferred I think Cree Summers voiced NPC in the background who seemed to have only gotten 2 words to say, but she said it like 6 different times. That was just Big Time.
She did say that. That was good. I agree.
Daniel, you were here in the last week's episode, the debut of Big Time, but I did ask. I'm gonna ask the same question.
I watched the episode.
You watched the episode?
Yeah.
Friend like Big Time? Or used to?
I don't know what you're at. What does that mean? What are you asking me?
Did you have a friend who went into jail, but you're still big friends with them? Big Time.
No, I have friends who should be in jail, like you, but I think you got away with it.
What did I do? What's my crime?
I don't think you want me to put you on blast on your show.
Do it.
Sexual assault.
No, no way. Guys, that was a joke. Let's
He's
move
been beating
on.
his meat. That's sexual assault.
The fact that he got away with it, that's the joke.
It's horrendous. The police system, we need reform.
Yeah,
Big
absolutely. Big time. Big change. Meanwhile, big time. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Thank you, Daniel. I have to go.
There's not a single word I said in there that was necessary to be censored.
You said SA. I think that's a big thing.
You're allowed to say that. You're just not allowed to say the other word. The R one.
Yeah, that's especially. And the other one too. I wasn't going to say that one. I wasn't going to say that one.
Let's go, please. Move forward.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony, to keep us balanced here. Again, we were all joking, guys. Please, whoever's listening. Meanwhile, big time starts pulling out sacks of the armored truck, but the police arrive to stop him. His strength proves to be too much for them to handle, and they easily manage to disable them. Batman arrives and starts to fight big time, but even he isn't fully prepared for big time strength. Still, Batman nearly manages to keep capture of big time, but he's stopped by a rogue police car driven by Mayor. That's his name, Mayor. He should have a different name. The mob boss that planned this, while making their escape, Major muses over the great teamwork of his brains and big time strength. But big time is assaulted, insisting that he's just as smart as he was before the accident, and he can offer more than just his strength. You guys like the Mayor here? He's looked like a lesser penguin.
I'll be honest, I watched this earlier today and I already don't remember the Mayor, so oops.
It's okay. He looks like the penguin, but not really.
All right. You have anything to say about it?
No, he looks dumb.
All right.
Whoa.
Even dumb is a bad word too.
Is it?
Like the word dumb. People think it's a bad word.
Like kindergarten teachers?
Oh, like you can't say it in front of out in public because the dumb is related to the other R word.
What?
Anyways, yeah,
too many words. Too many words. We gotta.
Don't worry, we're almost done here. Back in the Batcave, Terry noticed that Bruce believes that he allowed Big Time to escape because he thinks of him as a friend. Terry is disgusted and he leaves. Is Bruce right? I'll go with you, Daniel. Do you think Bruce is right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
All right. I know you would. I know we're friends, right? You're fighting with Big Time. I'm sure you'll fight with me. I'm sure with that.
Yeah. If I got mutated into a charger from Left 4 Dead, then I'd be pretty upset. So I would definitely be fighting all kinds of people.
Absolutely, great game. Elsewhere, Major talks to another crime boss over the phone, offering him a chance to get in on the operations. During the combo, Mayor indicates that he's got Big Time as a thug. Hears this, loses his patience, and claims that he doesn't like not having any of his own friends in on the business, and that Major isn't treating him like a partner. Major claims him by saying that they're just doing was best, and he'll give Big Time a chance when he thinks he's ready. The next day, Terry talks with Maxine about the incident with Big Time and Bruce's belief. In his mind, it's his fault that Big Time mutated. Max assures him that it's just not the case, and Terry shouldn't feel guilty about Charlie's condition. However, before the convo can continue, a car pulls up and a group of thugs grab Terry, and Terry Max resists And during the fight, during the fight, Terry drops his backpack. The thugs manage to get him into the car and drive away, leaving Max with the bat suit. Is she thinking what we're all thinking here? Is she gonna be Batmax?
No.
Ah.
She'll never reach that point. Poor Max. I recently watched a video going into detail about how much the writers of the show did not like Max. And that's so funny because I do think she's one of the better characters of the show, but it was one of those things where the studio was like, they demanded that type of character be added to, like, she needs to have like a girl that knows the secret, and they were like, oh well, we don't care about that. So, but I mean, she's still used really well, I would say.
Absolutely. One second, I need some drink some water.
I guess I should have kept talking about Max. Good lord.
Jeez. Didn't even mute. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, he doesn't care anymore.
He's not going to cut it out.
I don't cut things out. She contacts Bruce and explains the situation to him. Bruce asks about the suit and heads over when he finds out that Max has it. For a moment, Max considers wearing the suit, but Bruce calls back immediately and tells her, "Do not put that shit on."
Whoa.
Literally. He said it. Elsewhere, Big Time removes a blindfold from Terry's eyes and offers him a chance to join up with him. He shows Terry a room filled with all the stuff they wanted back when they were friends and claims that it could be Terry's if they partner up. Terry still refuses to join him. Big Time pleads him. He's like, please, with claiming that he needs Terry because he has no other friends. Terry gets even angrier, realizing that Big Time is doing this for himself. Terry continues to refuse, and Big Time grows furious. Major runs in on Big Time's rampage and is disgusted at Big Time's stupidity in bringing an outsider. An argument ensues between two of them, and Terry takes the opportunity to escape. Major's thugs start shooting at Terry, and Big Time is sent after them. Terry managed to evade the thugs and easily enough, but soon he soon is caught up with Big Time. I'll ask you guys this: is Terry being a bad friend to Big Time?
No, I think they're just not friends anymore, which is fair and valid.
Big Time had his chance.
Twice. Yeah, 2 episodes. It's crazy. Fortunately, Big Time can bring himself to kill Terry, but claims that he's now afraid for his life. Terry tries to convince Big Time to go to the police, that he will find a way to get Major caught without him thinking he double-crossed him. Big Time is reluctant, but when Terry tells him that he will have his employer, Bruce Wayne, he uses his resources to find Big Time a cure, and he agrees. Terry goes to the police, but Big Time refuses, saying that he's afraid something might go wrong. All right, I now kind of like Charlie a little bit. I feel like he wants to change, air quotes, knowing that the shooting will go unnoticed. Major has his goons packed up his valuables and run. Major is considered that he's leaving without Big Time, since he figures that Big Time will be easy to find. That's a little rude. Major and his gang try to drive off, but run into a police barrier. They realize that someone tipped over the police, but Major is sure that it's not Big Time. Determined not to be taken in, Major and his thugs start a shootout, and Major tries to escape, but Commissioner Barbara Gordon stops him. Barbara Gordon in the past few episodes now has not been doing much. Do you guys like that?
No. I like Barbara in this show. I don't know if she was in the first batch of episodes for the season, but obviously she's been in here a couple times. She does have a new voice actress, I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
This woman, I forget her name. I think it's Angie something. She voices her in season 3 as well as Batman Beyond: Return of Joker. If anyone listening has seen the movie Agent Cody Banks, she's the sort of like woman agent that works with Frankie Muniz and like brings him in. There's that
Oh.
part she goes into the boys' locker room and it plays the "It's getting hot in here," which is a very early 2000s thing to do.
Oh.
So yeah, that's her. She plays Commissioner Gordon.
Very well. I'm glad she's still alive. Is she alive? I'm sure she's alive.
Why did
Yeah, I
she go
believe
into
so.
the boys' locker room?
You gotta watch Agent Cody Banks and let me know
Oh
what
my
you think.
god! All right, put it on the docket. That's part of the next rewatch series.
There's only 2 of them, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie. Later, Terry and Barbara go to the Big Time's hiding place and find that he's gone. He kicks himself over being a fool, being fooled so easily, and sadly walks the street. He runs into the Big Time, but who claims that he was never going to the police, and it was all part of his plan to get rid of Major and take over his operations. Come on, Big Time. He explains that he used Terry to notify the police, so that he's the one doing Major's job, and would believe that Big Time would turn himself in. But he also reveals that he doesn't want a cure because his newfound power gives him respect. He's angered at Terry's refusal to join him. Big Time prepares now to kill him for dessert. But Bruce arrives and runs him over with his limo, just like Walter White in season 1. He quickly throws Terry his backpack and prepares to hit Big Time again. But he catches the car and hurls it into the building. Big Time smashes the car and tries to kill Bruce Wayne. But Batman attacks him and drives him off. Bruce wants Batman to leave Big Time to the police, but he refuses and heads out after him. Do you guys don't like when your friends are telling lies?
I don't like when my friends are telling lies. I guess, yes, that's true.
They can tell lies to other people, depending on the people.
Well, it always depends on the person. That's absolutely.
Sometimes, sometimes we all come up with a lie as a friend group and then tell it to us other people.
I mean, who knows? A white lie might be a big lie. Big time.
Yeah. Like how you keep telling people that you've seen Dark Knight.
We went through the rewatch, and Daniel, 3 hours of the rewatch. Are you still saying this? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think what we learned from that rewatch is that you didn't know anything about that movie.
No, I don't. I'm going to move on here. Batman and Big Time begin to fight on the bridge. Big Time seems to have an advantage, but Batman manages to blind him with a flash bomb or flash grenade. When Big Time tries to tackle him, they both go over the edge of the bridge. Batman manages to hurl a cable to the bridge, and Big Time grabs onto Batman's boot. There's no snake in my boot. Unfortunately, his hand slips, and he falls to his fate, not before saying words, "Help me." Batman climbs back onto the bridge, and Bruce offers sympathy, knowing from experience how hard it is to go against a friend. But Terry is alright, realizing that he's finally outgrown Charlie Bit My Finger. That was it for that episode. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
You
know, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down just because I really liked the last 2 episodes. I thought they were really strong, a lot of good concepts, enjoyable mystery. This one, I see what they're going for. I get it. It's not horrible. I don't think there's that many horrible episodes of Batman Beyond, but not very strong. So for that, I will give it a thumbs down. I wasn't excited to see Big Time back, and I'm not like sad to see him go.
Yeah, I not as you. I'm not a big fan of big time, but he's more of a throwaway character, a throwaway villain, just to add an episode here. I think that's what it is. But overall, I'll still give it a thumbs up. I like how Terry's relationship between Bruce and his friend are very real, right? But other than that, I'll give it a slight thumbs up. What about you, Daniel?
I'm definitely also giving it a thumbs down. I think it's not terrible or anything, but it's just like I don't really care about this villain. They didn't do anything to make me care more about him here. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like one of those sort of filler episodes that doesn't really matter or go anywhere. So, yeah.
I understand. I do have an interesting fact. Anthony, you mentioned it. Clancy Brown replaces. Do you want to guess which Baldwin?
I already mentioned there was a ball, but I think that should be points enough for me.
Okay. Well, Clancy Brown, you, Daniel, I always say you are Clancy Brown, replaces Stephen Baldwin as the voice of Big Time. All right.
I don't know which one that is.
It's the third Baldwin.
Okay. It's a good sign that you weren't able to immediately say a different role that he played. That means a lot. That speaks honestly louder than anything else you're about to say.
I apologize. Let's get into the next episode here. It is a two-parter, but we are running out of time, so we'll just do part one of this two-parter here. Next time we'll get into part two in our last rewatch episodes for Batman Beyond. But for this time, it is episode 10, and it's called Curse of the Cobra. A truck drives up to the Nova Research Center, and the guard tells the driver that he has to leave. The driver claims that he has isotopes, and the guards allow him inside. The driver goes in and releases several members of Cobra into the building.
Imagine.
Oh my goodness, too many.
Hey, do you have your paperwork to get in here? No, what I have is a bunch of nuclear waste. All right, come on in.
It was like a research lab too. Like, could you imagine if it was like, hey, I got all this like important information for vaccine research, and he's like, nope, sorry, we've got a deadline. You got to stick here. All right, come back tomorrow.
It's crazy. Working quickly, the Cobra members run inside and steal an R-12 thermal bomb. However, when they try to load it into the truck, Batman makes his presence known and attacks. The goons are easy enough, but the truck driver pulls out a electrified Sanji,
from One Piece.
So they pronounce it as SANJIEGUNI. Sangi?
I don't know. You lost me at the end with the letters, but I'll just take your word for it.
Gotcha. Well, they're kind of like electrified nunchucks. And he manages to beat Batman into submit. Like the sharpshooter. With Batman down, the group escapes. Guys, do you like the Cobra are back? The boys are back in town in Gotham City.
Okay, sorry. There's just been so many like gimmicky questions recently. Are you asking me if I'm enjoying the return of Cobra in the Batman Beyond universe?
Yeah.
Sure.
Man. Sounds great, dude. Love these weird little snake dudes.
I mean, we don't know they're all over the place. Terry returns to the Batcave and talks about his failure. Bruce tells Terry that he wants him to meet an old friend of his and gives him an address and instructions to ask for Kyrie. Oh, Kyrie. Kyrie. We all miss her in BTAS, right? We all.
Oh, I was saying like Kyrie Irving, but sure, yeah.
Oh, not that Kyrie, but Kyrie. But I'm surprised that Kyrie and Bruce are not together.
She didn't even. She wasn't even on his weird ex-girlfriend photo book.
She wasn't. Oh,
Which
with
means
the address,
she might have been the smartest one.
Oh, you're right. With the address in hand, Terry goes to see Kyrie, a fish merchant. She tries to sell him fish, but when he when he hold on, guys, I need to drink some water.
I don't think it's gonna help.
I did take some Benadryl, so I'm a little sleepy. But
Why would you do that?
I was sneezing earlier. I'm like, I need to get rid of the sneeze. When he tells her that Bruce sent him, she brings him into the back and he finds a dojo. While Terry waits for Kyrie. He's attacked by two men wielding bow staffs. They easily manage to bring Terry down and are only stopped when Kyrie tells them to. She assesses that Terry's style and determines his weakness is leaving himself open on the left side. She explains that she and Bruce used to study under the same master, and she now owns her own dojo. She agrees to help Terry, but only if he promises obedience. Would you guys join this dojo here?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm gonna say no. Seems like there's other people in there, people that look like Namor the Submariner being a jerk. I'm good.
It does take me back when I had karate class as an elective in middle school, so it brings all memories back. At home, while Max observes, Terry prepares a health smoothie that consists of eel juice, brown rice, and tofu. According to Kyrie's instructions, Max toys with the that was the instructions from Kyrie. Max toys with the idea of trying to become a student herself, but quickly changes her mind after seeing Terry shut her down this interaction here. On another day, Terry works on his balance by trying to balance a chair on his head. Kyrie causes him to slip up by throwing a piece of fish under his foot and tells him that things doesn't have to be fair. After finishing his workout, Terry goes outside and sees another student, Xander, being escorted out of a couple of bodyguards. When Terry tries to greet to him, the guards rudely shoves him away and takes Xander off in a limo. Terry leaves the dojo and takes a step. Bruce contacts him over the phone, asking how the lessons are going, and Terry claims he doubts he'll never get it. However, a man soon runs into Terry. When he questioned, he claimed that there's no time left for anyone. Members of Cobra arrive and start shooting him. The man runs on, and the Cobra members manage to catch, drug, and grab a vial for him. These Cobras are annoying. I hate them.
They're bad guys.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I know. Yeah, but they the way they look, like, are you trying to impress us or trying to scare us? You know what I mean? Well, it's not working.
Like snake dudes.
But it's not working on me. Back at the Batcave, Terry tells Bruce about the incident, and Bruce checks up on the man. His name is Dr. Padu Banjari. and he is a paleontologist working at the Gotham National History Museum. If you want to have a new title for this episode, it should be called Jurassic Park Beyond.
Because of the one scene where they walk through the... That has nothing to do with the rest of the episode, but because of the one scene where they walk through... Sure, yeah, man, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Well, earlier, Abrar said that he wanted to go to a place like this, right? He didn't want to go to a zoo. He wanted to dinosaurs, and now we have it.
If I went to a museum and a dinosaur hologram screamed at my asshole, I'd be real mad.
I can picture that. Honestly, that's very easy to picture.
That might happen within 10 years. That can happen.
I'd be like, bro, that's so loud.
Terry and Max go to the museum and enjoy an interactive hologram display, as you mentioned, of a T-Rex protecting her nest. After this is over, they head into the closed display while Max distracts one of the museum staff members. Terry goes to Dr. Bandari's office and investigates. After checking on his files, he discovers that he was recovering a dino DNA. Even Bruce can make the connection of the stolen bomb and the DNA. Once again, Terry goes to the dojo and fails to beat the sparring partners. He sent out for dinner break and meets up with Xander. Xander seems friendly enough, even offering Terry a rice cake. Terry makes a mention about how he liked pizza, and Xander that he has never eaten pizza as he's been groomed to the leader of his people since he was born. I feel
like that one's got different connotations today, but sure, yeah, that is. I mean, that's correct.
What? This episode should be banned. Terry suggests that they sneak out to Cheesy Dance and get some pizza. All right, my question for you guys is: what's one popular food item you guys have never tried?
Never tried. Okay. That's harder. I thought you were going to say not a big fan of. Don't like.
I'll try to answer this. Sure. You want to try lasagna?
You've never had lasagna?
No, I had it, but in a different way. But not the traditional.
It's just pasta casserole. You know what I mean? Like it's good. I know a place. Hold on. I'll get the name for it. I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
Not a big lasagna guy personally. Yeah, I guess kind of going off what Abrar said. Yeah, I would like to try more variations of food that I have. Like I've had Korean barbecue, but maybe I want more Korean barbecue. I've had curry before, more curry. I want different curry. Maybe try something a little bit different, something like that.
Have you done hot pot? I hear that's pretty good.
I've had a hot pocket before. Yeah.
No. No. Hot pot. It's basically just a Korean barbecue, but instead of cooking it on a grill, you cook it in like a soup.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's good. I haven't had it, but it is apparently very good. Despite the fact that I just said I haven't had that, I think I would actually say there's this like Indian place up the road that I've been putting off going to for a really long time, and I know they got good shit because Skyler always says that. So I gotta get my ass up there.
All right. At least for me, I actually had it today.
Well, then you need a new answer.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, pretend today never existed. So I would say, I had the first time of having turkey bacon. Of course, I cannot eat the real bacon because it forbids me. But I have tried turkey bacon, and I think if I have to relate to something else, it tastes like steak because of the chewiness.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't agree,
is that common?
But that's okay.
Okay. I mean, I can't base off anything else. It's my first time trying it, but there it is.
If your steak tasted like turkey bacon, you've had bad steak.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'll say.
I'll tell you right now. I'm not a steak guy. I'll keep chewing my food. I just want to swallow it in. Already.
Again, if you have to chew your steak like that much, it probably wasn't a very good steak.
Oh, okay. I'll tell my folks.
If it's like rubbery, tell them to do it again.
has to be medium rare, right? Or what is it supposed to be?
People say the rarer the better, but it's really up to taste. As long as you're not like well done, then people won't make fun of you.
That's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we got this new kid here. Xander is confused when he comes to the strange place and doesn't even know what people are doing when they're playing video games. Max shows up and takes Xander to play a VR game while Terry ordered a pizza. While playing the game, Xander proves to be a good opponent, but because he doesn't understand the rules of the game, he loses to Max. Xander is mad or sad at the loss, claiming that he's never lost before. Oh geez. Fortunately, Terry arrives with a pizza, and they decide to eat, but Xander insists on a rematch. Before they can eat, however, J-Man's gang of jokers arrive and steal the pizza. Xander demands that they need to give it back. They simply throws a slice on his face. This angers Xander humongously, and Terry manages to calm him down. The jokers aren't done enough, or not done though, and blasts Xander with a fire hose. This is the last straw, and Xander almost single-handedly defeats the gang, killing J-Man.
And honestly, I'm for it, and I wish, I respect him, and I don't think he'll do anything wrong in the second half of this super.
We'll get to that later. However, he orders him to return with them. So at this moment, at least, I think Xander could be a good Nightwing.
Why?
Like for Terry, or what do you mean? Like he could be a sidekick?
No,
but
he has
literally. Are you saying cast fictional character Xander?
Yeah,
to play Nightwing in a film.
Yeah, I think so because he has that build. I think he has the same build as Nightwing, and I don't know. I'm feeling Nightwings from him. Or maybe it's the Benjo I'm thinking. No,
maybe that.
I think it's probably that one.
Terry continues his training with Kairi and learns that because of Xander's escape, his Guardians of the Galaxy removed him from the dojo. She tells Terry not to worry about it, as she couldn't do anything more for Xander since his path has already been done and chosen for him, and the training continues. Meanwhile, members of the Cobra releases gases from the vial into a 3-chamber holding some of their members. The men breathe into the vapors and begin crying out in pain. Xander arrives and watches them as men transform into reptilian forms. He's pleased at the results.
Whoa.
But decides that there's no more thing that he wants to do before their plans are set as motion. The doctor is in charge of the operation wonders what Xander could want to believing that he's anticipating his every need. Xander, however, doesn't think this so. Or was another twist of ours in this batch of here. Do you like this twist here? Anybody?
That he's evil?
Yeah, they revealed that he is part of the Cobra gang.
To be honest, it felt pretty obvious. So not super. Something about the fact that he looked like a snake, I think, kind of gave it away a little bit. I actually genuinely thought that he was the previous leader of Cobra that we saw, because he has kind of the same face.
A little bit.
Very similar. Yeah, I obviously I made reference to Namor earlier. He kind of gives off that vibe. They do a little bit to try to maybe make you think otherwise at the end, just him like going out with Terry and with Max and having a good time. But that's not enough to make me think that he was anything but a secret bad guy. I mean, what's more classic than someone that's in some sort of karate or ninja school who is secretly an asshole and very egotistical? So it's like, yeah, this guy's a bad guy. No matter what it ended up being, maybe being the leader of Cobra, maybe that wasn't going to be everyone's immediate guess, but yeah, he was
No.
obviously going to be a bad guy.
Yeah, 100%. Xander, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Back at home, Max tells to Terry about Xander and is rudely thrown off by the line by Bruce. His doorbell rings right after that and discovers that it's Xander peeping in the eye hole. Xander orders her to him. Max refuses him and closes the door, but this dude literally kicked the door and breaks in and tries to force her to go with him. He, of course, he succeeds that, but not before Max manages to call up Batman, alerting him to their pilot, pilot, I think. Batman reaches Max's house just in time to give chase to Xander's car. However, when he reaches it, the truck driver attacks him with a pair of electrified nunchucks. Batman manages to disarm him, but the driver attacks him head on, apply on the forehead. Exhibiting massive strength, he rips off Batman's wings and sends him off falling. Batman is just barely able to save himself, and Max is taken away. We won't get into the thumbs up or thumbs down because it's a one-parter. So we'll end it there. Next time we'll get into this story again with a part 2 and 2 other more remaining Batman Beyond episodes. Daniel, where can they find you?
You can find me on my podcast, Ready Set Replay, on Spotify and or YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that you just dropped a new episode. You guys are recapping The Boys, so I'd like to hear that soon.
Well, sorta. We're not. We're talking about Skyler watched the ending and we talked about it, and that's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
Not like the whole show. I don't want to mislead anybody.
I thought it was the whole show. But I was a little late on The Boys, so I'm on currently episode 3, and I think it's okay. I hated I was sad at the end of episode 1.
Sure.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of it, so I don't know. I can't help you.
Oh, I thought Skyler again. Where are you?
He's never coming back.
You never. But as you mentioned, he saw the show. Anthony, what about you?
No, I haven't watched the newest season of The Boys. I'm at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. I'm also on YouTube, Anthony Reviews. We are Anthony Reviews. If you like action figures, feel free to check that out. I also have 2 podcasts of my own that you can listen to. First one is called The Grud, which I do with my good friend Kirk Beatty, where we talk about movies and movie news and just the various things that we've been enjoying about film, I guess you could say. And then the other one is called the Couples Collector Club, which features Ray, who you've probably heard on this very podcast before. We talk about the various things that we collect as a couple. So action figures, comic books. We're going to be doing some video game talk pretty soon, actually. That'll be a new addition to the show. So feel free to tune in for that. I couldn't just let another one of my friends talk about video games on their show. I had to do it too, so I apologize.
I want to know what video games.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I saw that episode you drop on YouTube, the Optimus Prime action figures. They look. Optimus Prime is sexy, as they say.
Oh, that's the way to put it. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, guys. I do have. The Benadryl's kicking in right now. Hold on.
We gotta go. We gotta finish.
I was going to say, this is our first introduction. No, you can follow this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You can follow me there.
He's hearing the Daisy.
You can follow me there. Soon we'll do the last batch of episodes for Batman Beyond, and then we'll get into the movie, the ending of the movie, and then we'll get into the the villain tier list as we did with Batman the Anime Series, and the top 5 episodes of Batman Beyond. So stay tuned for hopefully another month of Batman Beyond, and then we'll move on to something else. And until then, guys, we will see you next time.